Good evening and welcome to Upperchurch FM in this historic year of 1966. We have seen history made throughout the world. The Vietnam War rages on. Nelson's pillar was blown up on O'Connell Street in March. In June, Stanley Matthews and England won their first World Cup. Tomorrow, Cork and Kilkenny battle it out for the All-Ireland hurling title. But our focus is here where, as Patrick Kavanagh said, gods make their own importance. And now, here in Mid-Tipperary, on the 3rd of September, Upperchurch bid to make history and claim the Mid-Tip Junior 1 title and get back to the senior ranks where they belong when they take on Borlahan Douala this afternoon. I'm handing you over now to our commentary team of Jerry Ryan and Tom McGrath.
Thanks very much, Stephen, and welcome here to Templemore on this beautiful September afternoon. The pitch is looking in fine fettle. I was walking across it there just before the game and there's a slight breeze blowing down into the town goal. Both teams are out onto the field and Upperchurch Drombane, wearing their traditional black and amber, look determined as they raced onto the field, captained by Con Harrington. Borlahan too burst through the gap and they're ready to do battle. Both teams are warming up at the minute and I see Upperchurch are being called into a group for a last minute talk. Con Harrington is speaking to them. I see Tony McGrath there as well, telling them the importance of today's game. Joining me here also on Upperchurch FM, our regular analyst Tom McGrath. Tom, can the church make history here today?
Well, Jerry, I suppose they're in a good position now at this stage, better than they were a couple of weeks ago. They had started our championship not so well, but the last day they took on Clonakilty, who had high expectations, and I suppose in addition to having high expectations themselves, other people had high expectations for them as well, but the church brought them down to earth pretty sharply and got into the final. But was it at a bit of a cost? Dan, the man, is missing today, and will he be a loss? And he performed a good role the last day, but how that role works out or who will take up his role today, it's very hard to judge. But look, they're in the final, but this Borlahan boys, they have great old tradition behind them, and it's not a great year for the blue and gold, but they'll be able to do a little bit with their blue and gold as well.
Okay, thanks very much, Tom, and we're nearly ready for the throw in there in a couple of minutes. I'll just give you the quick line out from the Upperchurch team. In goals is Nate Harrington. Full-back line consists of Tony Ryan Anthony, Paddy Purcell is full-back, Ned Murphy in the other corner. Donny Ryan wing-back, Con Harrington captain at centre-back and Sean Harrington on the other wing. Centre of the field is Matty Stapleton and he's partnered by Tony McGrath. Tommy Kindy plays wing-forward, Phil Barry is centre-forward and he's flanked on the other side by the young Phil Lowry. And in the full-forward line, you have Jaxie Ryan in the corner, Jim O'Dwyer full forward and Paddy Stapleton.
I'm looking at the church bench there, and there's not a weak link in them. You have the versatile Packy Ryan, the youthful Jim Kennedy, PJ Harrington somewhere in the middle there between them. Then you have Tom Lowry. He's no shabby customer either when it comes to doing a bit of business. Andy Byrne is there as well.
Also over there on the subs bench we have Patrick Phelan from Sheffery and of course the one and only Packy Whalen from Corraduff, who will no doubt make a big impact when introduced here today at some point. Also down there in spotting Willie Ryan Long and John Harrington, both of whom played a vital part in the opening match early in the year when they lined out for Upperchurch in the first championship game, as it happens against Borlahan as well. And the ref throws in the ball and the game is on, and there's timber flying, there's scalps flying, there's hairs flying, the ball is flying down the field towards the Devil's Bit side. Upperchurch out of the blocks early. Tony McGrath midfield gets the ball, he lets fly down along the wing. Phil Barry comes out to it, up into his hand, no, he lost it again, he has it up in his hand now, a quick hand pass across to Phil, who's that? That's Phil Lowry. Phil Lowry has it, gives a shimmy, goes one way, goes the other. Phil lets fly, a high ball, it's dropping, it's the umpire, yes it is, a point, first score for Upperchurch, the church mean business, Tom.
Yeah, great start from the church there, great whole interplay there between the boys, Barry and Lowry, and that they made space, and they got the business done. But they're flying, but the important thing is that they'll be able to keep it up. But I wouldn't be doubting their fitness. Josh Connors, he has tremendous tradition. He's been training football teams and hurling teams since I was a young fella, and he'll have them fit, and I think they'll last the 60 minutes all right. But just it's important that they make use of the possession they get.
Smashing Borlahan goalie Tim Croke takes the puck out again, is dropping right down the middle of the field, right down on Con Harrington at centre back. The stylish centre back catches it, sidesteps, drives a lovely high ball back up into the air. It's lobbing down on top of Jim Dwyer at full forward. Jim fetches it, he gets it, he's marked by a Dwyer as well, a Dwyer of this time of Borlahan, two Dwyers marking each other. Jim gets it, he has it up in his hand, he sees Phil Barry unmarked outside, he pops it outside, and Phil Barry off his left hand side, a lovely stroke over the bar, another point for Upperchurch. Puck out is taken very quickly by the Borlahan goalie. and is worked up the field. Mick too, he gets it for Borlahan. He's going up along the sideline. He's hit a shoulder by Sean Harrington. He's still continuing. Mashy Stapleton comes across to connect and hook him. He's blocked down. And two, he gets the ball again and it sends it high and it's over the bar, and that's the first score for Borlahan. Ned Harrington takes the puck out for Upperchurch. It's a high ball dropping right down on the middle of the field, coming right down on Tony McGrath. Tony goes up at the hand. Borlahan lad let fly on Tony's hand, and Tony catches it. Wouldn't be doing that too often if I was from Borlahan marking Tony McGrath. But Tony gets the ball anyway and sends it right into the square. Jim Dwyer has it inside. He's on his own. He lays it off to Paddy Stapleton and buries it in the back of the net. Goal for Upperchurch. Packy Whalen is doing a side. He's doing hand carts and all sorts of carts up and down along the sideline. He's chomping at the bit to get on here today, Tom. No. Very good. Also just on Dan there, while we have a minute there, they're just getting ready to puck out. And it is unfortunate that Big Dan isn't here today. And unfortunately in the semi-final, the referee deemed that Big Dan was pulling the lace a little bit early and the lace a little bit high. Dan didn't seem to think so, but it's the referee's choice. Now we're right back with the ball again, and it's been pucked out. This time Ned Harrington is taking the puck out. It's coming straight out to Sean Harrington. Sean Harrington lays it off with a lovely hand pass. Ned Murphy gets the ball now, and he hits it along the ground up to Tony McGrath. Tony McGrath, a hand pass to Phil Barry. This is lovely stuff from the Church lads. Barry fires a long range shot for a goal. It's saved by Croke in the goal. In Borlahan goal, it breaks to Lowry. He pulls first time, he pulls a second time. It's a goal again. Phil Lowry gets the goal this time. I didn't know who was in there, but it looks like Phil Lowry. Phil Lowry at the minute. The ball is popped out very quickly by Ned Harrington. He spotted Donny Ryan on his own up along the wing. Donny gets the ball. He's flying up along the wing. He sees Mashy Stapleton inside him. Gives a shot pass inside to Mashy Stapleton. Mashy gets it. He's having a look. Will he have a go for a point himself? No, he spots Jaxie inside. Jaxie has the ball inside. Phil Lowry is calling for it on his own inside. Jaxie is... Will he pass it? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Jaxie decides this is on. It's on for me. And he strikes it and it's over the bar. Lovely point for Jaxie. Maybe a goal on, Tom. That's the way it is, but it's another point on the ball.
The important thing is keep the scoreboard ticking over. Like Jaxie doing well there, but I see he had a word with John Ryan there, and kind of I think what he said like is that, hey John, you want to copy yourself on there, like that wasn't the right thing to be doing, to let that amount of pull and drag and going, but still play the old whistle, Jaxie, and get your point and keep. Paddy has been doing very well at full back so far, like, and he's given Ned great cover in the goal, and Ned is really playing his part as well.
Okay, welcome back to Templemore, and we're here. We're getting ready for the second half. Just to correct the scoreline there in the heat of the moment there just before half time, I think our man on the scoreboard got mixed up. He got caught up in the emotions as well of today, and who could blame him? The score is Upperchurch 4-3, Borlahan 3-1. John Ryan, the referee, is just about to throw in the ball, and it's in, and away we go again for the second half. There's hurleys flying, there's lads pulling left, right and centre, and there's no sign of a ball. These boys could play without a sliotar here at the minute, but there it is, there in the middle of the field. Tony McGrath has it. McGrath lets fly up along the wing. It goes up to Tommy Kendi. Tommy Kendi gets it. Up on his hurley again. He's hit a hard shoulder, but Tommy Kendi takes a very hard shoulder there, but he continues. Good hardy work by Tommy. Tommy gets a shot in across. Paddy Stapleton comes out to it. Paddy, first touch, up into his hand passes to Phil Barry. This is great teamwork by Upperchurch. Phil Barry out to Phil Lowry. Phil Lowry, is he going to pop it over the bar? No, he spots Jim Dwyer inside. Jim is inside all alone. He flicks it in. Jim gets it, turns off his left hand side. Bang, a goal again for Upperchurch within a minute and a half. Puck out again from Borlahan. Tim Croke, taking the puck out. It's a high lob and ball's coming down on top of Sean Harrington. Sean Harrington gets it. A hand pass out to Tony McGrath. Upperchurch again moving fairly well. McGrath goes to strike it. He's hooked by Toohey. The ball falls on the ground. McGrath lets fly first time. On the ground up onto to Tommy Kendi. Tommy Kendi gets it. He's up into his hand. Tommy is on a solo run now and he's heading straight down on goals. He has Jaxie outside him. If he uses Jaxie, he has Jaxie outside. Hand passes out to Jaxie and it's a goal. Another goal for Upperchurch. Upperchurch now are 6-3. 6-3, sorry, I'm trying to see the scoreboard. Our man on the scoreboard is gone off again. It's 6-3 to 3-2, is that right, Tom?
Yeah, there's actually Church, they have to get another point. My reckon it's 6-4 to 3-2. It's 11 points at this stage, and sure, it's all over bar the shouting, but I'd say there'll be a lot of shouting done. Packy is back out on the field. The two Packies are there at this stage. Phelan and Ryan, they're all at it at this stage, and sure, look, they're in time.
Yeah, certainly, Tom. There's not long to go in this game, and I think Upperchurch have done enough to see him over the line. What a fantastic win this will be. They'll make a few stops on the way home if they can make history here today. No doubt about it, they'll call into a few public houses on the way home. As a famous man once said, there'll be a welcome in the hills tonight. I see John Ryan is putting the whistle to his lips. The game is over. Upperchurch Drombane have bridged the gap, not since the 40s. One thing's, and that's for sure, there'll be near a cow milked in the hills tonight, and who cares? God only knows, sometime in the future, Europe might actually send us money to stop milking. In the meantime, can I just say that there's great excitement around the field. I see Conharton being surrounded by jubilant Upperchurch supporters. And a special thing here today, the cup he'll be receiving is the Tommy Tracy Cup. And the man himself, who the cup is named after, Tommy Tracy, will make the presentation. We'll just wait a couple of minutes, and just before they're getting themselves organised, I'd ask Tom for his final few words about the game and his analysis of it.
Sure, super performance by the church, Jerry. From start to finish. Except for a few minutes there before half time when the Borland got to 2 quick goals, there was only really one team in it. The scoreboard doesn't lie, figures don't lie. The church, their goal scoring ability, I suppose, to start with, and the defensive duties. Ned Harrington made a couple of super blocks and goals, and Paddy, once he recovered after that one bit of a round, and sure, he was great at full back.
That's right, Tom, and I tell you, the two cornerbacks had two outstanding games. Ned Murphy on the left wing, and in particular Tony Ryan Anthony, absolutely outstanding. Clearance after clearance up the field. Tremendous game from the cornerback. As we watch folks down here, Conharton is now collecting the Tommy Tracy's Cup from the man whose the cup is named after. Forget your Wembley World Cups in the summer. Forget the Vietnam War will finish someday. Who knows, maybe man might even walk on the moon someday, but one thing's for sure. Upperchurch Drombane will play senior hurling in 1967. The Upperchurch Drombane GAA club have made history here today with a 9-goal thriller in Templemore on this 3rd day of September 1966. From Tom McGrath and myself, ladies and gentlemen, from all of us here in Up the Church FM,